Danny, thanks. I want to get to Vaughn Hillyard. He joins us now live from Bedminster, New Jersey. He was there for the entire speech, for the arrival and everything else. Vaughn, you've been covering Trump throughout this new campaign and speaking to Republican voters. Talk to me about what stood out for you tonight.
You know, for Donald Trump here, it's kind of deja vu from 2.5 months ago when instead of Bedminster, it was Mar-a-Lago after his hush money payment indictment in Manhattan. He flew back to Mar-a-Lago property and delivered a very similar speech in which he questioned the prosecutors bringing the cases against him, in this case, special counsel Jack Smith. But I think it's important to note, he didn't deny the obstruction here. He didn't deny the underlying facts that classified documents were at his Mar-a-Lago property. He didn't deny the facts that he had essentially hid them from the Department of Justice that led to the raid. And so when you're looking at this from Donald Trump's standpoint, he had 3 of his legal team here very much his message from the teleprompter was one that we should expect to see play out in the courtroom. And that was focused on the Clinton Sox case here, which I will let Danny and others really be the ones to hone in more on. But Donald Trump makes claim that it was within his right in the final days of the White House to take whatever documents he wanted, and that they would therefore be personal records, not presidential records. But for him, there is a political angle to this, and he told this crowd that it is necessary that he wins the White House again. Of course, the necessity really stems from the reality that he could, if he were to be found guilty, face a potential prison sentence, and that extends much more into the political repercussions of somebody who is running for president of the United States at the same time as these legal proceedings are likely to take place.
Vaughn, a few hundred supporters there at Bedminster. Did you notice a change in his tone and his demeanor at all in delivering this speech versus what we heard after the Manhattan trial?
Not much, honestly. You know, an ally of his that told me after that first indictment, she called it an indictment party, and this very much had similar vibes to it. It's a similar playlist. It feels like a rally to a certain extent, and largely that's because Donald Trump has been untouchable politically. I mean, ever since he was first arrested in Manhattan 2.5 months ago, his poll numbers, he has increased his lead over Ron DeSantis by double now, about 30 percentage points. And so for him and for his allies here, yes, there are going to be the legal hurdles, and they're not naive to that. But in real time, they see support continuing to work in their favor here, at least among the Republican electorate.
Vaughn Hillyard reporting for us from Bedminster.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.